Hey y'all, we are back for part 2 of our 3-part series on talking to and working with parents. Now, I told you the last time I'm a parent of a child with a disability, so I want you to keep that in mind as we go through these next 2 sessions. Today we're going to talk about working with parents when we're not always on the same page. Keep in mind that parents are generally trying to do what's best for their children, and we in the educational community are also trying to do what's best for these kiddos. We may not always see things the same, and there are times when a parent's or family member's behavior gets to the point where it is inappropriate, sometimes abusive, sometimes threatening, sometimes it is intimidating. We have to take action in those situations, and we're not going to get into all the nitty-gritty of what kind of things that happened because it's very case specific, and if you have questions on that, call your lawyer, call me, and we can walk through what the options are. But I do want you to keep in mind some of the rights we have in the educational community. There are rights for us to limit the amount of communication or identify specific days or times or individuals who are going to respond when we're getting hit with excessive communication or communications that are 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We don't have an obligation to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to reply to a parent's email that is not emergent. We do not have an obligation to respond immediately because we get an email from a parent asking about something that's not immediate situation. We also have rights to protect the integrity of our campus. I want you to think about your campus. If you were walking down the hall and you heard someone in a classroom cursing, would you not find it offensive? If you were sitting in a meeting and you've got a parent who is banging on the tables, making demands or threatening or calling names, it's completely inappropriate, and we will not tolerate that behavior on our campuses. There are kids on this campus who can hear that kind of behavior. In those situations, we need to identify what is appropriate steps to address the behaviors that we're seeing while still providing an education for the student and protecting the other students and the integrity of our campus and our staff. Let me tell you right now, you are not going to call any of my educators inappropriate names, period. And in those situations, I have a civility clause that we read at the beginning of all of our meetings for my clients, and those of you probably are familiar with it, where we talk about what the ground rules are. You don't come onto a public school campus and use profanity. You're not coming onto our campus and being abusive or disrespectful. We're not doing any insults. We're not name calling. This is our house, and we will protect our house, the people who are in our house, including our students and our educators. And if that behavior continues, then you don't come back on our campus, period. We need to make sure that we are empowering our staff, empowering our administrators to work with parents where they are, but to also make sure that we are protecting the security, the safety, and the environment in the educational environment so that our students, our staff, our visitors feel comfortable coming here. And if you need guidance on that, give me a call. These are things we work with all the time. We can talk about specifics for your case, but please make sure that you are considering that the parents are likely coming from a place of fear. How do I address this in a way that addresses the behaviors that we're seeing by still making sure the child is receiving their education? Stay tuned. We've got part 3. We're going to be talking about addressing behaviors and conduct of advocates and attorneys. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.